Hello. I hope that all is well with you. We are in our Year of Positive Thinking book and our stones for our positive energy. So let's begin. This is for the month of April. We have Bloodstone, which helps to remove blockages and creates a clear path forward. We have Golden Obsidian, which helps sharpen your instincts and reveals our hidden talents. We have Amazonite, Amazonite, which calls the heart and rejuvenates our vibrations. And also we have clear quartz, bringing harmony amongst the chakras and aligning the spiritual body. Per usual, I am reading out of the Year of Positive Thinking. So let's begin. April, come on down. April the 1st. This is happiness. How would you recognize happiness unless you knew what happiness felt like? It is hard to have one without the other. April the 2nd. How to overcome. You overcome by accepting that there is no alternative except pick yourself up, dust off, and continue moving forward. Don't give up or give in, even on the days you want to, because you know your life matters. Overcoming adversity is what makes you resilient, and resiliency is what allows you to wake up each day with a sense of purpose, regardless of what you are experiencing. It teaches you the fragility of your experience is not a curse, and it offers a great vision of renewed possibilities. April the 3rd, you are. It takes courage to be your true self, vulnerability to allow others to see you, and wisdom to know that regardless of what life tosses your way, you are enough. You are courageous. You are vulnerable. You are wise. You are enough. April the 4th, an exercise in what if? What if you stopped looking for others to be benchmarks for your own happiness? What if you considered yourself a visionary, dreamer, a hero? What if, just for today, you knew you were worthy of all that you wanted? What would happen if you stopped comparing yourself to others and became your own measure for success? Who would you be in the world if you believed that to be true? Perhaps, just for today, become that person. April the 5th. I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever happened to you that made you feel less than. I am sorry. You don't deserve that. Sometimes there is no other answer. And in those moments, a tiny bit of empathy and a lot of love go a very long way. Don't forget to say, I'm sorry to yourself as much as you need to. The greatest forgiveness is the forgiveness you show yourself. April the 6th. Don't make it harder than what it is. Don't choose to make life harder than it is. Rather than getting caught up in the moment, consider the situation that you are annoyed, angry, or frustrated by. Is it really worth having a bad day? Could you choose differently? Could you choose to be happy regardless? Could you simply let go and keep on moving? What might happen if you do? Perspective is a gift, especially in moments of challenge. April the 7th. Continue to thrive. The world isn't always fair. Time has a keen way of showing us that. But please don't let that simple truth dull your sparkle. You are created to thrive in the face of inequity. That is the only answer to unfairness. Thrive. Just thrive. April the 8th. You will be transformed. Transformation can be painful, but it is always worthwhile. Life has a funny way of hitting hard, and when it does, just do the best you can. That is enough. Trust that no matter how tough this experience is for you, you will come out of it transformed. Transformation changes caterpillars into butterflies, and it changes people into extraordinary human beings. April 9th, Judgment. Condemnation doesn't teach others a lesson. Instead, it hardens the heart and creates separation in the exact place that the connection is needed. When your first reaction is to disapprove of someone's choice, make an effort to be more kind instead. Withhold judgment. One day, it could be you making a choice someone else doesn't approve of. April the 10th. Be willing to be surprised. We must be willing to get rid of the life that we've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us, in the words of Joseph Campbell. If you were able to control each detail, you might feel safer, but the magic is often in the unknown. The beauty is in the surprises, and the grace is in the unexpected moments. Let go, surrender, ease up, sit back and simply allow the magic to happen, and it will. April the 11th. Self compassion first. Compassion is the most generous gift you can give yourself. Show yourself the same mercy, sympathy, and kindness that you bestow upon others. It's difficult to show compassion towards others if you don't show it to yourself first. Start with you and then allow it to spread outward. It will, I promise. April the 12th. You matter. You are heard. You are seen. Your life, your stories, and your experiences matter, perhaps more than you know. Spread them far and wide. April 13th. But is it true? Questioning your own reality can shift your perspective. When you find yourself listening to the stories in your head speaking negatively, or making judgments about others, ask yourself the simple question without judgment. Is it true? Is it possible that only your interpretation? Is it possible that it is only your interpretation rather than fact? Is there an opportunity to presume, to assume positive intention or have a more compassionate dialogue instead? We are often assuming scenarios and judging others and ourselves, but having the ability to question ourselves gives us the opportunity to become more self aware and open hearted. April 14th. Your feelings are always right. When it comes to how you feel, you are always right. Do not question whether what you feel is acceptable or unacceptable. Whatever your feelings are, you are entitled to have them. Your feelings can be a window to your highest self. Listen to them and honor them. April 15th. You can forgive without accepting. You forgive in service of yourself so that you will not be held hostage to negativity. Forgiveness is not acceptance, it's merely releasing something that doesn't serve you. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you consent to what occurred, only that you've consciously decided to let go in an effort to move forward with a sense of peace. April 16th, you belong. You belong here. You may not always feel that way. Perhaps no one told you. Right here is where your journey led you. You certainly belong here. Ground yourself in that knowledge and take up more space than you think you deserve. Can I hit that again? You belong. You belong here. You may not always feel that way. Perhaps no one told you. Right here, this is where your journey led you. You certainly belong here. Ground yourself in that knowledge and take up more space than you think you deserve. April 17th. Breakdowns and beauty. There will be a time when the only way out is up. When all you can do is carry on, is to fall to your knees and cry the ugly cry, to break your heart wide open for whatever is to come next. There will also be a time in the world when the world will be so beautiful that the only way to take it all in is to fling your arms wide open. Lift your face towards the sun and allow the beauty that exists to be one with your soul. Both moments will come. Trust that you will be better for each of them. April 18th. You are rare. Show the world who you are. Be unconventional. Stand up for your individuality. Shine so brightly that you drown out the darkness. By doing so, you give others the permission to do the same, and you give the world the brilliant light it so desperately needs. April 19th. Compassion will shift you. Be more kind than you think is necessary. Offer your seat to a stranger. Smile. Say a loving word. Believe in others. Think generous thoughts. Your compassion will change the course of someone's life. And in the midst of that, it will change yours too. April the 20th. Do what you love in the one life you've got. As cliche as that may sound, you can do what you love. Doing what you love is a choice and a commitment to yourself with no excuses permitted. Spend time losing yourself in what you enjoy. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to write, write. If you enjoy losing yourself in a novel, then read the book. If you want to walk barefoot in the grass, do that. Schedule it in if you must. Set aside a few minutes daily or one day a week whenever you can. Just don't allow a lifetime to pass before you commit to doing the things you truly enjoy. All the small moments add up and become the life you live. So don't trudge through the moments, but turn them into the steps in the magnificent dance that is your life. April 21st. You are powerful. You are more capable than you know, more brilliant than you comprehend, and more powerful than you can even begin to understand. April 22nd. Self respect. You show people how to treat you, and how you regard yourself is the example that you set for others to follow. Treat yourself with dignity, love, and forgiveness, and those around you will treat you with the same. What you think of yourself matters greatly because it becomes the foundation for every decision you make. When you learn to love who you are, you free yourself from the binding expectations of others. Granting yourself that freedom is a powerful form of self respect. April 23rd. You can't pour from an empty glass. When you feel like you are running on empty, you are. Trust that and take a step back, rest, heal, collect yourself, then reconnect. Only after you have filled yourself will you be ready to dive back in and take over the world. April 24th. The world is wondrous. This big old crazy world is a wondrous place. Live as if you've got minutes left to admire it all. Expect beauty, savor it. The light, the colors, the humor, and the full spectrum of the human experience. This is what it means to live, to allow yourself to truly be in the world. Soak it in. There is no more extraordinary experience than exploring the world's wonder and truly living life in color. April 25th. Life is both. Sometimes you will lose. Often you will win. Either way, you must accept what is. Honor all of it, the good and the not so good, the beautiful and the brutal, the peace and the unrest, the black and the white, and also the gray, the happiness and the anger, the delight and the sadness. You are better for all of it, both this and that, as it is. No matter what life hands you, there are always profound lessons to be learned and opportunities awaiting. Don't ever forget that. April 26th, when the answers don't come, regardless of how hard you try, there will be times when the answers you seek aren't ready to be discovered. When that happens, and it will, you're being called to allow your heart, intuition, and brain to catch up to one another. You must trust that the right answers will present themselves when you need them to. Have faith. Know that you will figure out the next step, but first, you must patiently sit with the question. April 27th. Look forward. Looking back won't move you forward. Let the past go. Move on with grace and wisdom that you've learned from every yesterday. Forgive yourself everything. You can't change what didn't happen or shift what did. Instead, live in this moment and look for all the beautiful possibility that today is filled with. April 28th, live your own version of success. Lots of folks will have well intentioned opinions of what success looks like. But the only true version of success is the one you choose for yourself. If your definition of success is money and material wealth, go for it. If it's living the lifestyle of a nomad or settling down in a small town and working a 9 to 5 job, go for it. If it's following the path less traveled, do that. If it's following the path often trekked, then follow that path. The choice is yours. There is no right, there is no wrong version of success. There is only what success is to you. And don't forget that you can always change your vision of success, whether you're 20, 40, or 70 years old. The important thing is to always live your own version of a successful life. April 29th. Happiness travels. Happiness happens along the route. It's not a stop you get off at. And last but not leastly, April the 30th. An exercise in stories. A story is simply that. A story, no matter how factually true, is still just a story. In the words of Marianne Williamson, The Law of Divine Compensation. You decide the story you want to tell and the story you want to live. Oftentimes, they are not the same. I grew up with a whole lot of love, but very little money. I vividly remember making the decision as a 13-year-old that I wouldn't be a poor adult. I'd get an education and I'd see the world. I've done all of those things. Where I came from made me the woman I am. And though I will never forget that, I consciously choose to focus on the story of now. It's allowed me to keep moving forward rather than getting held back by what no longer exists. What story are you telling? What story are you choosing to tell? What story are you choosing to live in? Think about that and decide if that story is truly serving you today. Remember, no matter how true it is, it's still just another damn story. And on that note, I hope that you carry this with you and go back to it whenever you need to hear some positive thinking. This is life. I send you love and gratitude and peace from the inside out. Until next time.